Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing well in your respective fields. So today we are going to discuss about the classification of amino acids on different bases. There are actually 4 different ways of classifying amino acids on different bases. Actually, because of the diversity in structure, function and characteristic of amino acids, there is no single or specific way of classifying amino acids. That's why amino acids are classified on different bases or in different ways. So, first of all, on the basis of structure, on the basis of structure, we have already discussed in detail. You can check the description box for the links for the structural classification of amino acids part 1 and structural classification of amino acids part 2. So the another major ways of classifying amino acids is on the basis of their polarity, on the basis of their nutritional requirement, and on the basis of their metabolic fate. So now let's come on to the classification on the basis of their polarity. On the basis of polarity. Make sure to check the description box for the major details of structural classification of amino acids, which we have already discussed in great detail. So now come on to the classification of amino acids on the basis of polarity. Amino acids may be classified into 2 major variants on the basis of polarity, that is nonpolar amino acids or polar amino acids. Nonpolar amino acids and polar amino acids. As through the name, it is very clear that nonpolar amino acids are not going to react with water and polar amino acids are going to react with water. So, we can also say them hydrophobic amino acids, hydrophobic amino acids and polar amino acids are the hydrophilic amino acids. So as the name suggested that hydro stands for water and phobic for to hate or heating, means water hating amino acids are non-polar amino acids, and here hydro is for water and philic is for loving, means water loving amino acids are categorized under polar amino acids and water hating amino acids are categorized under non-polar amino acids. Means polar amino acids having a tendency, non-polar amino acids having the tendency to repel or fail to mix with water, tendency to repel or fail to mix with water. And polar amino acid having a tendency, opposite of this, having a tendency to mix with water. Yes, mix with water or dissolve in water. Got it? So, if they are having the tendency to mix with water or dissolve in water, this may be further categorized into two categories. This may be of charged type or may be of uncharged type. Okay, charged or uncharged. And charged amino acids are further divided into two types. If they are charged, then some amino acids may have positive charge, some amino acids may have negative charge. So further subdivided into two categories: positively charged amino acids, positively charged amino acids, or negatively charged amino acids. Under the category of positively charged, basic amino acid comes under the category of having positive charge because of their amino group in the side chain, and because of the carboxyl acid group in their side chain, the acetic amino acid comes under the negatively charged amino acid category. Acetic amino acid comes under the negatively charged amino acid category. So likewise, we are having four major categories of amino acids on the basis of polarity. Now one is hydrophobic or non-polar amino acids, second is uncharged polar amino acids, third is positively charged polar amino acid, and fourth is negatively charged polar amino acid. So now let's see that which amino acid is going to come under the non-polar category. There are actually 9 amino acid comes under the category of non-polar amino acid. We have 3 positively charged amino acid or 3 basic amino acid. We have already discussed in great detail under the category of structural classification. Make sure to check the description box for the links. Positively charged amino acid, we have 3 positively charged amino acids and we have 2 negatively charged amino acids, which are acidic amino acids, and 6 uncharged polar amino acids. So first of all, write down the basic amino acids or positively charged amino acid. Why we are saying them positively charged amino acid? Because of the basic side or basic group attached in their side chain, which is having a polar amino acid or polar side or protonated side chain. So there are 3 major basic amino acids, namely lysine, arginine and histidine. You can remember it through the abbreviative or mnemonic LAH, L-A-H, lysine, arginine and histidine. Single letter symbol of lysine is K, single letter symbol of arginine is R, and single letter symbol of histidine is H. And the 3-letter abbreviation of lysine is LYS, 3-letter abbreviation of arginine is ARG, and 3-letter abbreviation of histidine is HIS. We have already discussed this under the structural classification of amino acids. Their 3-letter symbol, their single letter symbol. So these are the 3 basic amino acids or positively charged amino acids. We have two negatively charged amino acids or 2 acidic amino acids, aspartic acid or aspartate and glutamic acid or glutamate. So do you know when we are going to say this aspartic acid and when we are going to say this aspartate, or when we are going to say this glutamic acid, or when we are going to say this glutamate? Well, we are know and familiar with this when we are going to say this ic acid or ate, both are the same thing. But when we are going to use this ate and when we are going to say this ic acid, okay, let me tell you. When the amino acid is in its protonated form, means when the carboxyl group is written as COOH, then it is called as ic acid, protonated form. When it is in its protonated form, then we will say this aspartic acid or glutamic acid, and when it is in its deprotonated form, such as carboxyl group is written as COO negative charge, when it is in its deprotonated form, then we are going to say add suffix ate, means we will say this glutamate or aspartate. Okay, is it clear to you? When we are going to say this ic acid or ate, when it is in its deprotonated form, we are going to add ate or aspartate. When it is in its protonated form, then we will say this aspartic acid or glutamic acid. So on the basis of the polarity, there are 3 categories: uncharged polar amino acid, positively charged polar amino acid, negatively charged amino acids. So now we know there are 3 positively charged amino acid or positively charged polar amino acid: lysine, arginine, histidine, and 2 negatively charged amino acids or acidic amino acids: aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Okay. Now come on to the category non-polar or hydrophobic amino acids. So we have 9 non-polar or hydrophobic amino acids: glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, all the aliphatic side chain containing amino acids, and proline, methionine, phenylalanine, there is one more, tryptophan. Total 9. Okay, you can check out the 3-letter symbol and single letter symbol or abbreviation for these amino acids in structural classification of amino acid, or let me tell you, the 3-letter abbreviation of glycine is GLY, single letter symbol is G, for alanine ALA or A, for valine VAL or V, for leucine LEU or L, for isoleucine ILE or I, for methionine MET or M, for proline PRO or P, for phenylalanine PHE or F. You can correlate with the sound in the name of phenylalanine F, because P is already given to proline, you cannot give it P, so just correlate the sound of the name phenylalanine for F. Okay, and for tryptophan TRP, and single letter symbol of tryptophan is W, and aspartic acid DASP and D, and for glutamic acid GLU, and in continuation of D, which is E, single letter symbol. Okay, now come on to the uncharged polar amino acids or hydrophobic amino acids. There are 6 uncharged polar amino acids or hydrophilic amino acids, polar or hydrophilic amino acids. Now let us see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So both the OH containing amino acids, there are 2 OH containing amino acids. I already discussed in the structural classification, there are 2 OH containing amino acids. Okay, because of this OH group present in the side chain, they are categorized in the polar amino acid because they have partial positive and partial negative charge on their OH group. So because of that, those partial charges, this OH group is going to react with the water, but they are uncharged, so that they are placed under the category uncharged polar amino acid. Polar but uncharged, there is no charge in the side chain available. So there are 2 OH containing amino acid categorized under uncharged polar amino acids, serine and threonine. Serine and threonine. Okay, and as you know, there are 2 sulfur containing amino acids, cysteine and methionine. Methionine is already placed in the category of non-polar amino acids, so the remaining is cysteine. Cysteine. Okay, we have 2 amides of acids, asparagine and glutamine. So both are categorized under uncharged polar amino acid, asparagine and glutamine. Okay, because aspartic acid and glutamic acid we have already placed in negatively charged amino acid. So serine, threonine, cysteine, asparagine, glutamine, and we have 3 aromatic amino acids, in which phenylalanine and tryptophan we have already placed under the category of non-polar amino acids. Remaining one is tyrosine. Okay, SER for serine, S. THR is for threonine, T. CYS is for cysteine, C. ASN is for asparagine, single letter is N. GLN is for glutamine and single letter is Q. TYR is for tyrosine and single letter symbol for tyrosine is Y. You can correlate with the sound again, tyrosine, TY, Y is dominating here. So Y is for tyrosine. Phenylalanine F, tryptophan W and tyrosine Y. So tyrosine is the only amino acid, actually aromatic amino acid which is placed in the uncharged polar amino acid. It contains the phenol group in its side chain. So there is an OH group in the side chain. Because of this OH group, it is placed under the category of polar, but this OH is not charged, that's why it is placed under the category of uncharged or hydrophobic polar amino acids. Okay, I hope you got the whole idea about the polar and non-polar amino acids. So 9 amino acids are placed under the category of non-polar or hydrophobic amino acids. 3 are charged polar amino acid or positively charged polar amino acid. 2 are negatively charged polar amino acid and 6 are categorized under the uncharged polar amino acid. Like this, all 20 amino acids are placed in polar and non-polar categories. So now move on to the next category or next way of classifying amino acid, which is on the basis of their nutritional requirement. On the basis of nutritional requirement. Basis of nutritional requirement. Requirement means, are they required to take from your diet or not required to take from your diet? Means, are they synthesizing your body or not synthesizing in your body? So on the basis of their nutritional requirement, amino acids may be of 2 types, major 2 types. Essential amino acids, and non-essential amino acids. Non-essential amino acids. Essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. Some are in between. Semi-essential amino acids. Semi-essential amino acids. As it is very clear through the names, essential amino acids or non-essential amino acid means they are essential to take from your diet. That means they are not going to synthesized in your body. Not synthesizing or synthesized in your body. That means required to take through diet. Required to take through diet. Not synthesized in body, required to take through the diet. In opposite of that, non-essential amino acids means, as name suggested, that these are non-essential to take from your diet. That is clearly showing that these amino acids are going to synthesized in your body. If they are already synthesizing in your body, there is no requirement to take these amino acids from your diet. So synthesized in body and not required to take through the diet. Okay. And there are some in between amino acids, semi-essential amino acids. Means they are partly synthesized in your body. Partly synthesizing or synthesized by adult human. That means required to take through your diet in special conditions such as in growing child or during pregnancy. Required to take through diet in special conditions such as in or for growing children or during pregnancy. Okay, now let's see which amino acid comes under the essential amino acid category and which amino acid comes under the non-essential amino acid and which amino acid going to come under the semi-essential amino acid. Actually, there are 10 amino acids, as we have discussed that semi-essential amino acids are partly synthesized. Means they are essential but sometimes are synthesizing. So they are also placed under the category of essential amino acids. So there are total 10 amino acids which are placed under the category of essential amino acids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But 8 are absolutely essential and 2 of them are semi-essential. Got it? 2 of them are semi-essential, including arginine and histidine. Okay, and we have 10 amino acid placed under the category of non-essential amino acids. Okay, now let me show that which amino acid coming under essential amino acid. There are very famous mnemonic to remember the essential amino acid is Hey Mat Will Fly, MATTVILPHLY. Hey Mat Will Fly. Okay, like this you can easily remember the essential amino acids. There is a mnemonic. What? Hey Mat Will Fly, MATTVILPHLY. Mat will fly. Okay. H is for histidine, M is for methionine, A is for arginine, T is for threonine, next T is for tryptophan, V is for valine, sorry, it is actually I. Mat will fly, VIL. It is actually I. I is for isoleucine, L is for leucine. Don't get confused between these T's. First T, there are two T's. First one is for threonine, another one is for tryptophan, not is for tyrosine. Tyrosine is going to come under the category of non-essential amino acid. So these are for threonine and tryptophan. For what? Threonine and tryptophan. Okay. pH is for phenylalanine and Ly is for lysine. Okay. Hey Mat will fly. So there are total 10, but arginine and histidine are coming under the category of semi-essential amino acids. Other 8 amino acids are absolutely essential amino acids. Okay, and all the remaining amino acids are placed under the category of non-essential amino acid, including glycine. Now you can easily put all the remaining amino acids under the category of non-essential amino acid. Glycine, alanine is not here, so you can place alanine here. Okay, valine, leucine, isoleucine are already placed, so threonine is here, and we have two OH containing serine and threonine. Threonine is already placed under the category of essential amino acid, so remaining is serine. Okay, we have two sulfur containing cysteine and methionine. Methionine is already placed in the category of essential amino acid, remaining is cysteine. So place the cysteine here, and we have two acidic amino acids, namely aspartate and glutamate. We have two amides of acids, asparagine and glutamine. Okay, glycine, alanine, serine, cysteine, aspartate, glutamate, asparagine, glutamine, and we have three aromatic amino acids, phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. Phenylalanine and tryptophan are already placed under the category of essential amino acids. Remaining aromatic amino acid is tyrosine. and the last one is proline. Okay, now you can easily remember all the essential and non-essential and semi-essential amino acids. By this mnemonic, hey mat will fly, you can place all the essential amino acids. Histidine and arginine are two semi-essential amino acids, and all the remaining are coming under non-essential amino acids. I hope you got the whole idea about essential and non-essential and semi-essential amino acids. Essential are not synthesized by body and non-essential are synthesizing in body. Okay, now come on to the another way of classification, which is on the basis of their metabolic fate. On the basis of their metabolic fate. There are again three categories of classification of amino acids on the basis of their metabolic fate, including glycogenic, as name suggesting, glyco is for glucose and genic means synthesizing or forming. Glucose synthesizing or forming. Another one is ketogenic, responsible for the formation of fats, and the next category is glycogenic and ketogenic both. Glycogenic and ketogenic both. Now let us discuss about the glycogenic. Glycogenic, as we know, it is glucose forming. So precursors for the formation of glucose or glycogen, and ketogenic are responsible for the synthesis of fat. Responsible for the synthesis of fat. For what? Fat. And glycogenic and ketogenic are responsible for the formation of glucose as well as fat for the synthesis of both fat as well as glucose. Okay. Formation of glucose or glycogen, formation of fat, and formation of fat as well as glucose. So mainly 4 amino acids are glycogenic, 2 are exclusively ketogenic, and 4 are both glycogenic and ketogenic. Both alanine and aspartic acid. glycine and methionine, etc. comes under the category of glycogenic. Leucine and lysine are exclusively ketogenic. While isoleucine, phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan are both glycogenic and ketogenic. Isoleucine, phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan are both glycogenic and ketogenic. So like this, end of the discussion of the classification of amino acids on different bases such as structure, or on the basis of polarity, on the basis of the requirement or nutritional requirement, or on the basis of their metabolic fate.